Hello, my love. Good morning to you. I hope that this finds you well. I hope that you are prepared for your day. I hope you are excited about whatever lies ahead of you. I hope that you are enjoying your life and enjoying yourself and enjoying your relationships. I hope you realize how powerful you are in terms of both your ability to affect change within yourself and your ability as part of the fabric of existence to affect change around you and with others. We are all connected. We are one in a certain sense, and being part of that, what you do affects and resonates and echoes throughout our shared existence. So I hope you realize how powerful you are in that regard, and in regards to simply changing yourself and what you can do. I was thinking about the idea that you never feel old. And this was something your great grandmother would say. I remember sitting with her at the table, and she lived to be very old, into her 90s. And I remember her saying, "You never feel old. Your body may get old, and your body will not be able to do the things it could not do before, but in your mind is the same. Your sense of self, your ego in a sense," and she did not use all these words, these are mine, but she said, "You never feel old." And I found that to be very true in my life. As I aged and throughout the span and until my death, I never felt old. Of course, there were times where I realized my body could not do what it could do before, but there were times of that even when I was young or younger, when I broke my arm or had an injury. In those instances, there were things that I could not do. But in terms of my thinking, I never felt old. And it was funny, there would be times when I would look in the mirror as I was indeed older, and you can have moments where you don't recognize that person. And you're like, oh my gosh, I have aged. It's a very surreal experience because in your brain you aren't aging, especially if you're not, I suppose, looking at yourself all the time, which I was not, thankfully. Um, I don't know. I don't know where to go with this. I don't know what it tells one, or it's just something to keep in mind as you move throughout your life and as you interact with others, especially those who are older, or when it comes to issues of ageism. Do not suppose that they actually are old, because in their minds they are not. Because in all of our minds we are not. In our minds there is only now, and that now of us is the same that has been before, in a sense. I hope that that makes sense. I feel that I'm not conveying what I mean to convey about, at least for myself, how it worked in my head, in my conception of myself, as I did indeed age. Our sense of self is a funny thing, and I guess I would say proceed with caution when you are interacting with others, and do not be so quick to judge that someone who appears old is actually so. Or that because someone appears old, their brain is a certain way, or their brain is old, or their sense of self is old. I do not feel like I've quite hit the mark, but I will leave it at that. And food for thought, something to ponder for what it's worth, which may not be much. But with that, I shall bid you adieu. I shall recommend again that you listen to the music of Dehd, and I will tell you that I love you.